Hi there, how you doing? Switch over to the game, it won't be a minute.
Whoop.
I did do a little bit of stuff since last time we were on. Been doing a little bit of planning, and I did do a tiny little expansion on the Capuchin exhibit. But not too much, because obviously I don't want you guys to miss out on too much. So I've just expanded the climbing area, just so they get a little bit closer to this glass over here and people can see them a little bit better. And then, for some reason, the guests keep complaining over this side about the view, even though there's like enrichment there. Some of the climbing stuff's literally happening right in front of them. So I've basically, to try and fix it for now, I've just added loads of bedding along here. Just to try and get them to go super close to the guests. I don't know if it's going to work just yet though, because I only added it while it was paused and then came off, because I didn't want the money to change too much or anything like that while we weren't on stream. So hopefully the guests will just stop complaining now that they're right in front of it. They're happy that they're seeing a baby, so hopefully it'll be fine. But I'll just test it once it's been a couple of in-game months and just see if these ones about the view disappear. It just annoys me when things aren't right. We're looking good so far though, and then besides that, I've planned out the areas for all the animals that are left to do for the South American area. So the tortoises don't need too much land, they're just going to be here. This is actually, surprisingly, even though it's that small, that's double the amount of land that they actually need. And then the jaguars are going to go here. Quite a big one for them, because obviously they're going to be one of the main attractions. And then anteaters here. The llamas are going to go here, and we're going to have a little walk-through area. Sort of like a llama petting zoo. Hopefully none of the guests get spat on. And then the otter ones here. I've done a big one here just because I have some really good plans for the otter one, where I'm going to do like a nice little mountain with a waterfall and a river for them and stuff. And there's going to be underwater viewing and stuff, hopefully. Probably like my most ambitious ones, and we'll see how well it goes. But besides that, I didn't do anything since the last stream we had, so we're going to have a little quick look as well in the Zoopedia just to look at all the new animals, because it looks really cool, some of it. I'll just make sure the temperature for these guys is okay. Because they changed the temperature that these are comfortable in the last update. 17 to 23, and they need 6 to 42. That's more than fine. Another plan I'm going to have as well once we've got the animals done is I'm not sure I like having the shops inside the exhibits here. So I might replace the shops with the little glass exhibits to put the small animals in, and then move the shops out here, and we'll have a little like food court area. Probably starting here just to the end of the path there, with a lot of seating and stuff like that. We've got a lot of plans. Obviously it won't be all today, but we've got quite a lot to do. We'll probably start with the tortoise one. That'll be quite a nice one. We might be able to get 2 exhibits done today, I think. Get rid of the sign. We just have a little check what they need. It's a similar temperature. Only a grade 1 fence, and it can be really small as well. Only 0.5 meters. So I'll start just by switching the fence. I've got it joined onto the monkey one, so I've just got to be careful not to edit any of that. Don't want any capuchins running around. Like, that's exactly what I don't want to happen. Maybe if we shrink that to there and that to there, that'll stop that from happening, and we can adjust them separately. And it does only need to be the grade 1 one, so we could just have a hedge if we wanted to. Just have it as like a nice little thing that the guests can just look over. There is jaguars right next door though, so maybe not. What is jaguars? Probably worth just doing it the same that they need. They need grade 3. Oops. We'll just have a little wooden fence. Get rid of the height snap. Maybe do like 3.5 meters, because the jaguars need 3, but obviously if we put a few rocks by it, we'll need to change the height a little bit. And we need the anti-climbing stuff on the jaguar side. We don't want no tortoises eaten, so... I might keep it on this side as hedge, because that'd be quite nice for the keepers walking past. I think they'll be able to see in easily, in my imagination. So we could do something like that. I think that's quite nice. Let's change the height of this to match there. We'll obviously trim this up just to make it look nice. There we go. Why is there a monkey in a box? I don't understand why she was in a box to begin with. Oh, they've added as well a new heat map for the staff, so we should be able to see. Make sure they can actually walk to all of the food things. Yeah. That's perfect. I'm thinking we'll maybe build like a little, like on all the rest, you know how we've done like the little cave shelters. I might do like a little, like a built one, make it a little bit different for these guys. I think we could do like a nice little wooden hut for them. Kind of looks have we got? Like that looks super nice. I think that'd look cool for them. Probably not that one. Not bamboo for this. The new East Asia stuff. You can have a water wheel, it looks like. That's super cool. We're gonna have fun with that when we get around to that. That's a bit too modern looking. A log wall I could go for. Too clean looking. We'll probably go for that Arctic one. It looks really nice. Rustic. Yeah, the water wheel. That looks super good, wouldn't it? I think a lot of these as well would be cool in the outer one, like wooden wreckage. We could make like some kind of like dam thing. I know that's beavers, but just think it'd look cool. And a lot of these as well, this Viking stuff would be cool for in the when we get round to wolves and stuff like that. Anyway, that's for another time. I think this one's probably the best one. For right now, anyway. Yeah, there's tons of cool pieces we can use later on. We could even do something like that. Doesn't really suit Galapagos turtles, but for another animal at some point. think that'd be quite cool. I think for these, what I'd suit the most is literally like a box. If we build something set back into these rocks. Little half walls, maybe. These look like they fit. What angle is that? Not too big for them. Like they'd be probably better on the other side. And then if we get the arch piece again, we'll just be able to slot that in there. Where's it gone? Should be able to fit through there. They're not too big. I know what the giant tortoise is, but even then they're not huge. And then we need a slope of some kind just to go up the front. So if we use a roof pieces, they're gonna be super high lips on them all. Not sure I like the look of them. We can build our own though, that's fine. Probably just look for like wood plank or something like that. There's bound to be something. I think we could use that. There we go. I think something like that would be super cool for them. What do you think? We'll just fill the inside with bedding. We get rid of... Yeah, something like that. I think that's good. And then we'll pop the roof on and then blend it in with the rocks behind it. get rid of that. We've even got that just matches it, so we can just slap that in there. I think they'll definitely be able to fit in there. They might even be able to go under there, to be honest, like a little 2-story house. We'll see though when we put them in, we'll let them do whatever they want. Just need tropical rocks to start off with, don't we? Rid of that. Gotta be careful we're not taking away any room inside. Yeah, they'll still be able to use that, I think. Be good if we had one just in there just to test the traversable area, but we say hello to this guy, get some extra points. Probably worth just adding a little chunk, well, a big chunk there as well, just to round off that wall with the monkey enclosure. The only thing I'm worried about on this side is if we build rocks that go through onto the jaguar side, the jaguars might be able to use it as like a step to get out. Unless we like cover it in like that sort of stuff, just align to surface. We could do that, I suppose. This is going to look a little bit shitty when we first start, but... And then we can decorate in front of it, if you know what I mean. Turn off that angle snap. I think it probably is going to go through to start off with, and then we'll go through and push them all through as we go. It is going to be quite tough to decorate, I think, though. Something like that would be good angles. Just need to keep an eye as well on the amount of land they have. Will they be able to get in there? Yeah, cool. Put in some smaller rocks. Yeah, something like that, and then we'll just go along with some plants along this side. If we just tuck in these parts as best we can. We just do not want them jaguars escaping. We probably will do rocks on the other side, but I'm going to do them much higher than this. So. I think that's good so far. Best off leaving this unpaused as well, just keep some money flowing. Keep an eye up here because there's going to be some caimans that we need to release soon. Why isn't that coming up? Ah, we need to switch to that. That's why. You know what? I've really been wanting to put in one of these trees, and this might be the perfect exhibit for it, because it's not going to take up any room. I might just plonk that there. I've been really wanting to put one in just so it looks more dense from this side. We can maybe pop one in over the anteaters as well. Just want it to look super, super jungly. We don't want that on anymore. There we go. That's why we need to get rid of some. Just checking her genetics. So, these three, I think that's all the ones that are adults so far, need to go. We've been building up quite a healthy amount of the conservation credits as well, so that'll help when we get to some of the rarer animals. There's a new one here. One can go. A lot of puff adders. Rid of some of them as well. $2,000 dues. I'm just looking here to sort of, not really important, but I just want to sort of like obstruct the public's view of where the keeper area is. Like I say, it's not ultra important, but I just think it's a little bit nicer if you can't see it as much. Keep a bit of the magic alive. So I think that's okay. Make sure they can still get through. Just getting their essentials now, and then we'll polish off decorating. That's a good point. What's the temperature range for them? 14 to 42. We'll just do 23 again like we have on most of the others. I'm just going to edit that and just copy that wall down one. Just in case they do decide to use it as a bed underneath. I want to be able to see from this side. A little bit of privacy. What was I just saying? Oh yeah. The heaters. I think if we get 2 in. I like to have them quite hidden. At least from like the public's view. Put one there, and then they can't see them at all then. Set them at about 23 like I said earlier. There we go. And food, we can actually, we just pop this on, we'll be able to see what ones they can actually eat from. Broth there, water pipe over here I think. Then enrichment. I'm glad we've got some stuff they can use already. Definitely a fruit spike, we like them. Pop that there. Herb scent markers. Maybe not a sprinkler in this one. Probably will want... I will fine-tune this once we've got them in, but I think they will want a bit more like soil and things like that rather than long grass. Something more like that probably. I can't wait to delete those vending machines. Take off a line to surface here, we can sink some of these down and make it look a little bit nicer around the edges. Again, I'm just trying to keep it looking super, super jungly. We might even be able to get away with just popping some of these up here. Probably not all the same and look a little bit boring, but... And then if we can get the big bush that I use for literally everything. Pop some of these along here. Tell you what could look cool if we do a little like something like that there and then building upwards like we have with the pillars. Where is it, the thing that I'm looking for? Like something like that and then go with like the tree at the top. Be the small one. How does that look? That's pretty cool. Gives it a cool little effect, I guess. Got a couple of bushes on top of these. Because we hate the fences, as you well know by now. There we go, I'm liking that so far. Get a little bit of colour going around this edge. Where's the other ones? There's those white flowers, isn't there? Could use those. They look cool, little monkey face orchids. They do look like little monkeys. They're the ones I was looking for. That's probably overkill. These Swiss cheese ones, we can stick a couple of those in. They look nice. Get one more tree, maybe. Maybe I should leave the middle open. Or a log. We should have a log. Maybe over here, like it's... Will they still be able to get in there? That's the real question. Move it in a tiny bit, just to give them a little bit more room. There, that's perfect. Let's make it look a little bit more overgrown. And then if we get the good old Scavola, I think it's pronounced. And at least cover the edges and where plants grow. I love how the ice cube is just rotting and the animals haven't even been put in yet. I guess they're not using the underneath for an extra bedroom anymore. They've covered it all up. Double check they can get in still. And then we can dot some of those super small plants. Whereabouts are they? Got the name of those ones. We could have these as well. Around here, because that's the... There we go. Maybe the odd little rock. We can get a super small one. We can make that super small. There we go. What do we think of that? Double check they've got enough room still. We need something like 200 and odd meters. 512, so they've got still like close to double what they actually need. Then we'll edit the work zone just to include it as well. We actually need it to include all of these, so might as well just do that now. What are they? Oh, they're the other staff buildings. Can we get them to check this more often? Everything's just broke. We can't really... With the barriers and the fences, you can check how often they check it. It's a shame you can't say with that. We can make it a bit more automated, and then we can just focus on building. I think that looks good anyway. Do you guys think we're missing anything? Or if we should change anything? I think it fits in quite well with the other areas at least. Like if you look at it. What I like so far about the whole zone is if you look at it bird's eye, you can't really tell where one begins and the others end. Probably leave it at that. We'll get some tortoises in and see what they think. Get the points off that guy. Done that. So we want giant tortoises. Oh, some of those are very expensive. Aardvarks? I didn't want aardvarks. Only one, and he's very, very expensive. We might just have to keep an eye on that, you know. I'm sure I had a tiger in there as well at some point in the reward section. That's really annoying. Let's have a little look at the new animals and then we'll refresh it and see if there's any new ones. And in fact, it's been quite a few months. I'll just double check on them monkeys. So the really bad view ones disappeared now. So it's fixed a little bit of the problem. Little baby monkeys still roaming around. There does at least always seem to be at least one monkey up here now, so it's helping a little bit. Which is good. I'll just stay in there. So weird sometimes the way they climb. Anyway, let's have a little look at these new animals, see what's coming. There is a few updates to existing ones as well. I know they've added the Gharial, which eventually when we build the India zone, that's going to be in there. Can now do deep swimming and stuff like that, like the animals in the Arctic expansion can. So one of them's the Babirusa they've added. We'll look as well, we're going to start looking at their status, because the more in danger they are, the more guests they pull in, as sad as that is. So the Babirusa's only need a super small land requirement, and it's no different temperature to the South America zone we're building at the minute. You can have quite a few of those as well. And they live quite a while, so they could be quite good for us. A Binturong, that's another one we won. I'm really excited about this one, it looks super cool. I think I read somewhere that this is like the largest predator with a prehensile tail. But that'll be a super cool one. Again, a really tiny exhibit though, and only a little bit of climbing, so this area might actually end up being quite small. Judging off these ones anyway. Again, you can have 5 of them, so it's better than having somewhere you can only have 2. And they can live with tapirs and sunbears, which is pretty cool. Didn't think they'd be able to live with the bears, I thought they'd have to be one on their own. Pretty cool though. Clouded leopards. So they need a little bit more land, that's about the same as what the jaguar is. Tapir's about to die. I'm going to keep the screen up so you can't see it. Hi there, Philip. How you doing, man? And we need to get the vet to come and get him. That's good to hear. So these, we can only have 2 of them, so it's going to be a little bit more annoying to breed them. I'm good, yeah, thanks for asking. Been super busy getting ready for work and stuff like that. Yeah, it's the tapirs. They have been alive for, I think he was 25. They're only meant to live till like 21. But he was an old man at that point. We'll have to start looking for a new breeding partner though for the young one. There's one tortoise, so we're going to snap him up while we can. There we go. There's a few on here now. So we'll get her. She's got the best stats for the females. No, I know. It's sad. It sucks. We'll probably get this guy even though he costs conservation credits. He's got super good stats. So we'll get them quarantined and then they'll be able to go in the exhibit and we'll see if we've done a good job. And then I'll quickly look as well for a new tapir, like I said just then. No, we don't want tortoises anymore. Some of them are so expensive that people have put on the market, it's insane. What is the stats on this one? It's not even perfect stats and they're selling it for 10,000 credits. It's just crazy. I don't know who's going to pay for that. Oh, they're saying that. He's the only male I can afford at the moment. We'll leave it. We'll look through the rest of those like we were just then, and then we'll refresh the tapirs and see if there's a fresh one. Yeah, we're getting him. What else did they add in this new one? So there's the leaf insect, that's just a little exhibit animal. Still pretty cool though. Means that it's not all going to be habitats as well when we build the area. Which one was that? Was that the Binturong? Oh. Clouded leopard, was it? Which one was 1.9 to 7.9? Oh, these leaf insects, 1.5. That's not long at all. You can have quite a lot of them in the exhibit as well, which is pretty cool. Asexual reproduction as well, which is interesting. Malayan tapir is another new one. We'll probably do these quite late when we're doing the area, because obviously we already have the Bard's tapir. They live longer though, so maybe we'll have less deaths. It's quite cool that you can have them in with a lot of other stuff as well. That's okay, Philip. Thanks for popping in. It's good to talk to you. The big nose monkey. They live in huge groups, but you'd expect that from monkeys, wouldn't you? I think there's only a couple others that they added. Sun bears, really excited for them ones. They're like one of my favourite animals. They need a huge amount of land though. Did we miss one? I don't think we did we? There's a lot of new additions there though, it's super cool. Looking forward to building that area. Let's get these tortoises in. Research first. I forgot that we fired all the mechanics. I should probably get some new hires in. That's a good point actually, we need to get these feeding ones in. Do not feed. And we'll get some donation boxes as well put down there. Bins. And some benches. They haven't even gone in yet and the barrier's nearly broke. There's one more thing I know we need. What is it? Those. We need some of those. Probably just one will do here. We can't have it on yet just because they're not in there. Let's get them in. We've waited long enough. Hopefully we've done well. think is going to be pretty close to being right. We'll quickly pause it so we can make sure we've got everything right. He's got super, super good stats. It's just the size that's low, but everything else is perfect. Right, so we've got enough shelter for him. I'm assuming he can get in there then. Yeah, awesome. So the little bed's going to work up there. Plenty of area. Needs a bit of sand, so we'll pop some sand in now. That actually looks super cool as well, so I'm happy with that. The coverage, he's got way too much coverage, so we're going to have to delete some of these plants. Is that going to affect it much? He's on 88. How much does that drop it by? 7. It's not even drop. That it's probably going to be that, isn't it? Which is annoying because that's like the best plant there. Unless we get rid of the big tree that I really wanted. Oh, that didn't drop it at all, so we can keep that. Just check everything else first. That was going to take the longest to fix, so we'll get another toy in for him first. Ice... No, we've got the ice block. We'll get a colourful bowl for him. Is he overall happy with the terrain? Because if he is, I might just leave it, because I really like the trees and stuff. Habitat. Is that the slot? I think that's... Overall, he's 100% happy with his habitat, 94%. So I might just leave it, because I really like how it looks, and I don't want to change it. So even though he's going to moan a little bit, he's still overall happy. So I think I'm just going to leave it. Let's just watch him explore for a little minute. Just fix it. If it's broken, then fix it. See how long it takes them to get over here. Oh, they've not got enough shelter really for 2 of them. It's kind of enough, but not really. That's fine. We can expand that quite easily because we've done it like a building. So if we'll see how they go for now because they still are really happy. And if we need to expand it more, I'll just build out the rest of the block there. Should be fine, to be honest. They do look super cool though. slow and steady. Is he just going straight to bed? Please say he's going straight to bed. I'm not sure I'm happy with the heavy breathing while he walk around. It's very uncomfortable, isn't it? I forgot we need to change that as well. Where are they both going? They're just quietly but heavily breathing. Let me see if I can turn it up for you temporarily. Yeah, I'm just gonna be quiet, just let me know if you can hear that. It just sounds like he's like uncomfortably out of breath. Maybe he is, he just yawned. It's so uncomfortable, isn't it? Why do you... Just... It's so horrible. Gonna start walking, he's just gonna be out of breath all over again. This tortoise is just my absolute spirit animal. Walks 10 meters and it just can't breathe. Is she the same? What is with the breathing? This is a uncomfortable ASMR stream now. It's so horrible. Funny though. Oh, a whole $15 from him so far. Impressive. I'm going to turn the volume back down a little bit again. Won't have any more uncomfortable turtle breathing. Tortoise, sorry. I'll just leave it max over it anyway, actually. It's a pretty quiet game, isn't it? These fucking vending machines. In fact, you know what? If you want something, just go to the shop. Sick to death of repairing them. Where are the tapirs? Ah. Oh yeah, we need another one, don't we? Not on there. On there. Maybe I should sell the babies that my tapirs have for like 10,000 conservation credits. We'll be rich in no time. We're looking good so far. I think I want to save the Jaguar one because I haven't got much of a plan yet. And I want it to be really, really good, so... I think I'm going to get a second mechanic as well. Oh, one of the babies is about to grow up. I think this is better as well, with the climbing frame jumping out here. Looks a little bit better. Let me just copy some of those. This will look super cool at night. Not there. There we go, get this one in straight away. And hopefully we'll get some tapir babies. This is going to run way better, I think, with another mechanic. I should probably get another keeper as well. Already both okay. I think we're managing there. I'll get a second vet in this area just because we're going to need to do research now and we can't do any if we've only got one vet. Because then if there's any problems, we're not going to be able to fix it. Find out some more about that tortoise. A lot of notifications about babies and stuff now. Going to be a lot to fix. One of these needs to go. Yep. Yep. I am as well. I've done a little bit of looking at... Oh, we're already going to have... We see some cuddling tortoises. Very cute. There we go. So we're going to have some Galapagos tortoise babies already in May. In May next year. Shouldn't be too long, to be honest. Although that does mean that we're definitely going to need to expand the shelter that they've got. I might honestly just add like a little lip along here. That might be alright. Or at the back, maybe. Because I don't want to change the look of it. I actually really like this exhibit. I think they're managing all the barriers a little bit better there as well. I am going to bump that down to 9 months though. And we're still in the green even when we've been spending money, which is good. Really good. I was expecting us to maybe take a little bit of a hit when we hired the new staff, but balancing out now. And we'll get some tortoise facts once that's filled up. We'll do them all at once at the end. Probably at the end of the stream it'll be done, so we can get it done then. One thing I do need to add actually is an information kiosk, because none of the guests have a map at the minute, which they'll use to find everything easier. I use these as signs. Oh, these ones. No. I'll add a light for these guys like we have in the others as well. And then we'll build that information kiosk. We had them green, didn't we? I think. How do we find that? It needs a little bit of light, that's all. I don't think the other one needs those little cap ones. That does look cool with all the butterflies everywhere. I have had an idea as well that I am going to do. I'm not going to do it till I've completed each zone, but basically whenever we finish a zone, so obviously the first time will be the South America one. I'll upload the zoo to the workshop, so if anyone wants to have a look at it or add to it or change anything, you can do on your own game. I'm going to set up a little Discord soon as well, so if anyone does do that and they want me to have a little look at their version of what I've done or whatever, we can maybe have a little look on stream and see what other people think or something like that. If people are up for that anyway. Just think it'd be nice to have a little community going. We can appreciate other people, what they've built and stuff like that. We might actually, now that we've got so much profit, we might actually be able to afford to bump up. How much are we in profit by? 1,000. around. I might put all the animals up to at least grade 2 food. Because they're all on just grade 1 at the minute. I don't really like the idea of them just being fed crap. We'll see if we still make profit after we upgrade them all. It is quite a big jump for them all as well, so... Cayman one's actually quite a huge jump. It's like 200 each time. I'll put the tapirs on grade 3 straight away, because that isn't much of a jump at all. Them guys are really expensive to feed as it is. I'll leave them as it is as well. Probably so expensive the caimans as well, just because the population absolutely exploded, so... Trying to get the frozen fruit. Speaking of ice, I suppose. I'm going to be back in 2 minutes. I'm just going to grab myself a little quick drink. So I'll pause the game so nothing happens, and I'll be back in a mo. Thanks for waiting there, guys. Let's have a little look at what we can do next. I think the tortoises are good to go. We'll just wait for them babies. And we can have a look at them. What is it? January now. We're due in May, so we've only got like another 4 months. I think I'm going to hold off on the jaguars because I'm going to do a little plan off stream to come up with what we build, because I want this to be a really, really good one. Because like I said earlier, it's going to be like one of the main attractions. So for now, we have the options of either probably anteater or llama, because the otter one's going to be, I think, a full stream job. Do you have any preference of whether what you'd rather see now, llamas, anteaters? Or do you not really mind? We'll get that info kiosk done as well. I'll do that now, because we need everyone to start having a map. I don't want to do it in the middle, because I do want to have like a centerpiece built there, like a fountain or something. I'll just build it right by the beginning. That's a super cool bench. We didn't have anything like that on Planet Coaster. They're all just like different. They're usually like this on what I've seen before, just like reskins of the same thing. That one's super cool. I think that's the main one we'll use. We'll just like... have something like that, dead neutral. That looks awesome. When we do a dining area later on. That one as well. It's got some super cool stuff on here. Wonder what the South American one's like. East Asia, they're the new ones. That's quite cool. Very shiny. They've got quite a few round ones, I really like them. It's probably just because it's something different. I'm like, ooh, a new thing. That one's good as well. There's even different sized benches. Where's South America? I just want to see if it looks cool. It's round at least. Yeah, I like that. We've already got a few of the benches there. Anyway, distracting myself. Info kiosk is what we need. I'll probably build it similar to the style of those at the back. Just go... maybe not too close to the toilet actually. Maybe a little bit so there's enough area for a queue. About 2 blocks away if we can do that. We're doing about there. We'll do Tapir Baby on the way. Let me just check prices and what we sell. We've got audio guide, adoption pack, more adoption packs, umbrellas. I thought there was a map. I was sure there was a map. There must not be. Be 2 minutes. I'm just going to check if I can get a decent price guide rather than spending a million years trying to figure it all out. Normally we can get... So for like Planet Coaster there was like a shop price guide on Steam, so I'm just having a quick look on there to see if there's like an equivalent one for this. Nothing on this one. There isn't any, so we're just gonna have to figure it out as we go. I thought there was a map. I swear down there's a map you can put down for something. This is not. We'll have to just use signs like you do on Planet Coaster. Let's make it look nice anyway. What walls was it we used? It was like breeze block ones, wasn't it? I'll make it too wide just so it doesn't look completely dumb. I hate like one by one buildings. Looks atrocious. And if we get... In fact, first I'll just place them little... We're gonna need these ones anyway, so let's place them first. Oh, I know what would look cool actually, if we get a little like asymmetrical roof going on. Which will mean we'll need a little one of those in between. Did we have over there? I think it was the corrugated one, wasn't it? Yeah, it definitely was. Is there a 1 meter one? Yeah, thank God, I thought there wasn't going to be one there. I don't know why, but I find the building so relaxing. I'm sorry I've been silent for so long. Just go into the zone. Find it so chill. Wonder if we can get it like... What's the angle on those? Oh, it's not 45 degrees, is it? Okay, no, that's not right. Back. No, don't build it. Stupid thing. Fucked up big time here. What am I doing? You go there, then go there, then go there. 15 degrees. What is the angle on that? I'll just do it myself. What am I doing? A little bit easier. And then if we can get those nice little wood things we had last time. Not that one, is it? It's the gaps. Make it nice for the staff around the back as well. Might as well. And then I want a little, like, 2-meter one up there as well. Oh, I like that with it, like, raised a little bit. The stone gap at the top. And then if we can get a little light, hanging light. The best one, do we think? Something like that. The centre. That'll be the centre. That up. Eye is there. Pull it out a little bit. Just want the bracket to show. We get a sign as well. No, not a small one. Because that's the nicest. Is it? Yeah, probably. There we go, that'll do. We're probably gonna do one of those in each themed area, so. But that looks nice enough, would you say? You just make sure you stay working in this zone. There's not even a zone set for this area, I don't think. We're in April, so it's only 1 month till we get tortoise babies. Transport rides. I am going to build, not in this zone, but in the next one. Maybe the next one. I am going to include some of the transport rides. I really want to have like a boat ride going around like a couple of islands that I'm going to build. Basically, I'm going to do like a lemur exhibit, which you can walk around because you're allowed in with them. And that's going to be on an island, and then you're going to be able to go on a little boat ride around the outside of the island as well. And we'll probably put reverse views of like other exhibits as well that you're not allowed in. They're in your house. Nice to see that it works. It looks a lot more steep now that I've seen how small they are though. Because I did think I know I said they're not as big as you would think, but I was thinking bigger than that. I think before it's born, the baby, I'm just going to add a little... Oh, there we go, it's too late. I'll add it once it's born. So I want to see the baby first. Or babies. Depends how many we get. What the hell is that one doing in the background? What the fuck? Love it. He's supposed to be having a baby, not... What the fuck is he actually doing? Along with the breathing, these tortoises are fucking cursed. What is that? What is it actually doing? Is he stuck? Or is he just permanently going to be like that? Oh, there we go. There's one. What is he doing in the background? His legs just went like dead elasticy. There's at least two. At least three. The dad is just fucking ruining this for me. What is he doing? Right, there's three. Oh, now you decide to stop. Now. What? The kids are like, fuck this, I'm out. Got the cursed dad doing... twisting his neck backwards in the background. They've only just been born and that's the first thing they see. Jesus Christ. Right, let's see. Oh, we've got some grown-up caimans that we need to get rid of. We're still making super money here. I'm enjoying this. Let's have a little look. Oh, you. Just those two, I'm guessing. What are their stats like, actually? Because if they're pretty good, I might try and sell them on the marketplace. He's got 100% immunity. They're actually decent stats. I might try and put them on the market. Rather than just quick releasing them. Just send them to another zoo.
Hey!
These will probably need Yeah, they definitely need more shelter now, it's just not enough. Navigable land area, why has that gone so down, so much down? To be honest, if we just delete some of these rocks, that'll probably jump right up. I think the rocks take away a lot of area. Nearly. 240. We just moved that, rotated a little bit. And then hook it that way. That'll probably fix it. Yeah, there we go. And we just need to put some more shelter in. Needs to stop acting like a fucking weirdo. Oh no, it's this guy. This one's the weirdo. Antonio, Letitia, and Carlos are the babies, in case you're wondering. Right, we need to knock in a little shelter at the back. I think it'd be cool to do it like raised, partly hanging over, so the keepers could just look in if they needed to. I know they would never do that in game, but just in my head. You just get wood platform. Structural prop. Will it come under there? Maybe it's small. No, I was thinking of doing some weird thing like hanging it over the edge or something like that. What is going on here? Probably a little bit higher than that, to be honest. There we go. Is that enough shelter? Can they not fit? That's not going to work then. Maybe I can do what I said earlier and just... I didn't really want to mess around with the building, but I suppose I'm going to have to. Is that all them breathing? These tortoises are horrific. What is wrong with them? to do that. Get off. Get off. You. I'm just deleting that, I can't be bothered with it. It's not going to make sense from this. Remove all this. Like... whatever. And then put a wall in. We did 2 meters last time, yeah. And then get all of this. I don't mean to delete. Can we just move it like that? Or we can just go. Irrelevant. Oh, didn't want to do that. Pesky misclicks. Put that there. Or in fact, move it first. And is that enough shelter? Yeah, we've got plenty now, 89%. It's even better than it was before. I can't hang around here, I can't listen to that breathing constantly, it's horrible. These have made us next to nothing so far. Oh, that's my avatar. Pretty spot on if you ask me. There we go, they've got plenty of land. Too much coverage, which I literally don't care about because it'll look shit if they have it how they want it. Plenty, literally loads and loads and loads of room to sleep now. It looks good from the guest side. I think I'm happy with that. I do want to double check to see if these are actually fucking used. 0 kilograms. Like, what are you feeding them? It's saying this just isn't being used. I don't understand what they're actually eating. All I've ever seen him fill up is his fruit spike, which I think is mouldy. The staff can get to it, so I just don't know what the problem is. I don't know how the monkeys are alive either, because according to that, they've never been fed. I've seen them do that one. See, that's like 8 kilograms in the last 12 months. Zero in the last 12 months. Do these monkeys not eat? What is going on? The nutrition's like literally just fine. I'm not sure I've seen any come along here yet. Oh, that one was going here then. These guys make us absolutely loads of money. Look at that. Everyone loves monkeys, that's a fact. Cuddling monkeys. That's how babies are made. New stuff being born yet? Just pause it a second. That's fine, they're like the breeding ones. None of them should be breeding yet. It's fine. We'll mark them. Oh yeah, I forgot to put the spare ones on like on the store or whatever you call it. How do we sell them? They're like fresh young, so infertile. I hope not. Because I left them on contraceptives, can I not take them off? That's so annoying because they're not. Hopefully someone will pick them up anyway. I'll know for next time as well. What's the rate for them at the minute that people are selling them for? $35. Oh, there's good stats as well. Not that much. It's more than we would have got for than just quick selling them, so I think it's still worth it. We gotta do them one at a time, I think. Just round it up. There you go. If any of you watching do have Planet Zoo, you might be able to pick one one of the animals up would have come from this zoo. You go on quickly and have a look. These are just literally constantly broke. I don't know what's going on with these mechanics. Is he struggling, is that right? We need to just make him all a little bit better, I think. They'll all get there. Let's get another security guard as well. That's a good point actually, where is the like vandalised shit happening right now? How are they vandalised? Is that just showing me broken stuff? Because guests can't even get to that. Unless people are throwing things in the water. That's vandalised. So I'm going to put a camera here. What did he come under? Security. Where else have you been ruining things? Under here. One in here. Imagine going to a zoo and just smashing shit. You just wouldn't do it, would you? Getting angry at a game. How dare they break my zoo? Looks a bit big though, I don't really like it. Where else is the broken stuff? Only $10 for the little ones, and I'm paying like $150 for these big ass ones. We're not struggling for money at the minute, though, are we? This is all this stuff smashed around here was definitely people pissed off at those vending machines that was being brought. We'll fix it now and hopefully everything will be fine. What's this lad doing? A miscreant? What was he doing? Oh, they've been pickpocketing. Cheeky that. How much money is this place making? Guest happiness 0%. 77. What are we selling? Did not tell me how much of each thing. I want to see how many audio guides they're selling. God knows. Oh, there we go. They're all starting to come around now. Yeah, there we go. Decent money for him now. Probably because his baby's just suddenly interested. Right, let's get started on another one anyway. I think llamas, because that'll give us a nice midway around what we've done so far, if you know what I mean. And it'll give us a good base as well for when we start the otters. So let's look what the llamas need. Oh, just before we look at that baby tapir. Quick, I need to give birth. More interested in food than giving birth. I would be too, to be fair. There we go. Adorable. Goodbye. Right. Grade 4 fence. Jesus Christ. Let's be able to get out. Pretty easy. The temperature's not going to be a problem at all, at least. Up to 30 you can have. Oh, that's going to be super easy. The fence, grade 4, so what do we need? I want just something that's not going to break, easy as well. You can have steel mesh, concrete, bricks, but that dilapidates super high. Big glass. We've got either this Gabion one, whatever that is. It's like stones and you know the kind. Stones inside metal. Or steel mesh. Look like that. Did it give a height on that as well, actually? 2 meters. I think it's already 2 meters. Yeah, it's already 2 meters. Right. Or concrete. I think probably steel mesh. Probably the best one, although it is a bit shit. I just don't want to do glass all the way around, it looks cheap. They're not going to let me now, will it? Okay. I just need to move. I wonder which bit's not. Is it these 2 corners? Can see the capuchin one as well, but we're just going to leave that one because they're not too dissimilar to regular capuchins. So I don't think it's worth stopping what we're doing to go over there. Sometimes it's funny about placing the passive close. George. Will that place now, do you think? No, so something on here is too close, basically. Tell you what we'll do. We'll pick steel mesh from the start. I think all this will be fine. Yeah, so that's fine. That's fine. Probably all the rest. It's probably just that one wall stopping the whole thing. Perfect. And then I'll just move this little bit, just so it's straight. The door doesn't have to move. I have to redo the path. There we go. And that can be a little llama petting zoo. You probably don't need the species name in the middle, so we'll get rid of that. I'll do a little guess path first. I think we'll go with like a dirt one. What options do we have? Something like that, I think, just for walking through it. And then I can build the sleeping zone into this video. Can you have 2 of them minimum? Because I'd like to just start off with 2 if I can. Yeah, you can, good. Yeah, because this is easy reproductivity, so there's probably going to be fucking shitloads of them that we're trying to get rid of. Let me have a little look. I think again these need like a build-in, especially because they're obviously they're a domesticated animal, so it doesn't really make sense me building a big cave for them to sleep in. I'll stick to that Arctic wood because I know it's not from here, but it does really fit the theme. Just do it like 2 out like that, because I reckon obviously when eventually there's going to be quite a lot of them, they're going to need quite a big area to sleep, and I do want at least like half of that to be private, so we'll do something like that. Because I don't want the guests to just be completely pestering them all the time. I'll just knock in some walls. might actually be quite nice. Move these to the outer part. At least on the front there where the guests can see. And then when we put the walls in, it'll give it a little bit of depth. Give us something to work with in terms of decorating as well. Education rate's getting higher. Close to 5 stars now. Obviously we're going to need like a pillar or something there. Get in and then drag it down. I'm going to pause it while I'm building this as well, because we've got like 81,000. Keep giving me notifications that I have to deal with. What else do we need to research desperately? I think that's everything now. We've got all the themes. The rest is just blueprints, I think. We'll do that just in case there is any decent ones. In fact, we won't have him because he's the best one. We're gonna train him up, he can do research. Doesn't make much sense to have them. Wish the grid would stay when we were building. I'm marking it with my finger. I think it'd look quite cool for us to do like sugar, it means click off it. Kinda like support beams going across. I think it'll look quite nice. Give a little bit of decoration that otherwise they wouldn't really have. It's just obviously a wooden building, isn't it? We will do a proper roof as well, obviously. Something like that. It's obviously inside, we're not really ever going to see it. It's just something nice from, like on the outside. It gives it a little bit of something. See what we can do here. I wonder if there's like straw one or something. Does it come under South America? Yeah, there we go, thatch. I was just thinking I should probably do the like the what's the word for it? Like the straw inside first, but I like to make things difficult for myself. If we just go back to like Arctic wood. Pop them in. Pop the ends in. Do the other end and then turn it as well. And then we'll get some roof trims as well. I wonder if there's one just for the triangle at the end. I don't think there is. Oh yeah, they've put it all in with the roofs on this one for some reason. Bit odd. 2 meters, 2 meters, 2 meters. There we go. I wonder if I just put the grid down tiny, I could just make it out a tiny bit, like that. That looks a little better, I think. Maybe if I put them on the end as well, just to sort of tie it all together. There we go. And then cleverly, I'll go in now with all the straw. That makes perfect sense. There we go, something like that I think will be fine for their bedroom thing. Like a shelter. We obviously don't need anything huge, it's just... I just think it makes a lot of sense them having like a barn because they are domesticated, so... just look at like what they need to eat and stuff like that. Big water trough. We could probably pop that outside the house as well. Can it go in here? Turn it round. There we go. And then we'll have a big food trough. Probably have a couple of those, to be honest. Right around, so they'll be all over the path for the guests. And then have a quick look at a scratching tree. They're a new addition, I think. That's cool. I like that. We only have the barrel feeder for like food enrichment, which is a little bit shit. And then we'll whack in the heaters like we always do. I'll just put one each side of here. These actually shouldn't need it that much, but I just like to include them. Keep everything the same temperature in the area, because obviously I suppose the guests would feel it as well. There we go, keep them the same. And we just got to get some plants in after that, I think. Let me just quickly unpause it to get that barrel on the floor. Everything's included in that building. Never mind. We'll probably have to change this part of the fence for the otters, just because it's quite likely they'll need a different fence, but I didn't think about that ahead of time like I did the first time. Cool, we'll get that sorted now. I'm just going to nip to the bathroom, so I'll be back in 2 minutes. Thanks away in there, guys. Let's get this wrapped up. I'm just going to finish this exhibit and then we're probably done for today. Can they have tropical llamas? Or South American, but I'm not sure what plants they can have. They can't. That's a bit annoying. What do the otters have? Grassland, taiga, temperate. Because it needs to be the same with them being right next to each other, really. We'll have to do like a grassland one for these. That's fine though, it should be fine. The rocks can be grassland and then like more of the plants in the otter one can be jungle, because I did want it to be jungle, the otter one. I reckon we can make it look super cool. You know what I'm like though, I love a good bit of rock work around the sides. I could do this and then change it to no fences, couldn't I? So that there's no upkeep at all on the fence, I think. I'm probably wasting so much resources just fixing fences that are inside rocks. Because I don't think no fences decay at all. I'll have a little look once we finish. Good to have them for the visual marker at least, for how high you need it to be. Probably leave it along the middle there. That one needs spinning, that looks like. We said we were going to leave that side, didn't we? That's fine for the edges, and if we look at... Like I say, I think around here we can probably... It is 2 meters high, so we can probably get rid of these. Not there. But at least up to there we can do null barriers. then all along this side can as well. I don't know if it actually reduces the upkeep, but it's worth a try, and some of them we can probably get rid of everything. Especially there, it doesn't need to be inside there. The only plant is these trees, and then the weeds. That's so annoying. What a fucking boring exhibit this is gonna be. I don't even think I can fit one of those trees in either. I get it in here. Looks horrendous. It looks so bad. We can get away with some other ones on there though. What was the other areas that they liked? The llamas. Taiga and Tempera as well. I'll just put them on just so we get a few more options. We can't have it looking like that. There we go. We can have a few more there. Still not much of an option. Better than nothing though. I'll take what I can get. I think it's cool to include like as many plants as you can, just because I think when you go to a zoo, it isn't just about the animals. Like there is a lot of like landscaping that goes into it and stuff like that. I think it's important just to make sure you include that element as well. Not tree. It is going to be obviously a bit more bare than the others just because we need areas where the guests can get through on the path as well. Can we just do... No, you can't. I was just wondering if you could do this by species as well. That'd be super handy. Request to frontier, just to add a filter for the nature stuff as well, to include when you can choose like what animal you build in the habitat for. I think that looks pretty decent. Obviously I can't really put anything where the path is, which is quite a big chunk of the exhibit. Is that going to be big enough? Only one way to find out, isn't there? Wonder if anyone bought those. I think someone's bought those the caimans that we got, that we put up for sale. Looks like it has gone up a bit of balance. It's the first time I've ever sold anything to someone on this game. Looks like another player's bought it, if you've never seen Planet Zoo before. It's gone to a zoo where someone's called it Conservation World. I swear I've had a zoo called that before as well. Right, let's have a little look at llamas, see what we can get. It'd be cool to get some albino of like every animal we can at some point. We'll worry about just having the animals first, but... Ah, these are super cheap as well. Love this guy with the higher longevity. And then we obviously care about the health more than the size and stuff like that. Get both of them in quarantine. Give them a check over. It's a bit annoying that the rocks are different there. I don't know why, but that's pissed me off a little bit. Just breaks the whole like vibe that we've got going on. Tell you what we'll do while they're in quarantine, we'll look through Galapagos tortoise facts. We haven't done those for today. I want to have a little look at the extra stuff we've unlocked from as well, the extra toys and stuff like that. Let's have a little look. Can live for 100 years, that's cool. So, fun facts. Giant Galapagos tortoises are found on many different islands in the Galapagos chain. It's believed that they travel to various islands by passively floating there. Their shells are buoyant and their long necks allow tortoises to breathe there as they float. The tortoise's shell is made up of conjoined protective keratin plates that are fused with the ribs. What hers made out of, I think, as well. There are multiple subspecies of Galapagos tortoise across the islands. The size and appearance of the tortoises is often different depending on which island they're from. They have mutualistic relationships with finches and mockingbirds on the islands, allowing these birds to remove parasites from where their legs meet their shell. And the Galapagos Islands were named after the saddle-like appearance of tortoises by the Spanish sailors who discovered the islands in 1535, or so the story goes. Whilst Galapagos is an old Spanish word for saddle, it has an even older meaning, which is literally tortoise. Got the extra things unlocked as well. Dog ball. I think we had everything else unlocked for them already. We'll put them onto level 3 food as well because they're super cheap after. Only like an extra $30 per feed, so we might as well have them on the grade 3. Perfect timing, they've passed quarantine. Let's see how they like the exhibit. And I will move a vet onto researching them straight away as well. They haven't popped up just yet, just because they're not officially in the zoo. We researched one of the diseases, didn't we? Yeah, there we go. The tapirs got it, I think. They're in. Off and on here. There we go. We'll get the one who's the least trained doing the research. Speaking of, just before I check that, I need to just make sure everyone's happy. The vending staff are just getting so overwhelmed. Just need more shops though to fix that. Let me just check you like everything. I don't think he'll like the terrain. Oh, he does like the terrain. Could have a bit more soil. I might just put some soil in just so it looks a little bit nicer. There you go, he still likes it. 651. I don't know if that'll be big enough when there's two in. Too much coverage again, but as long as he's happy, I don't really give a shit. They might look super different as well, just because obviously llamas can look quite different between each other. They look funny. Interesting noise from them. They're actually super happy other than the coverage. We've got everything else. They could do with more food enrichment, but we haven't unlocked anything else for them just yet. And I'm not, like I say, I don't care about the coverage. It's still classed as 100% habitat, so it doesn't really bother me. You get a nice picture of them. In case we want to use it as a thumbnail at any point. I quite like the exhibit actually. I wasn't sure about it at first. That's a good point actually. One thing we do need to quickly get on is all of this stuff. We'll have 1, 2, 3. One of you, because we don't want them being fed. We'll do the feeding, as we are the zoo. Thank you very much. Couple of donation ones. I think we'll actually put... We'll do like one at each entrance, but then I'm going to actually put one inside the exhibit as well, should I? You could get away with something there or something, I think. I just think we'll get a bunch of money if there's one inside. Does the power actually reach that far? Yeah, good. Oh, perfect. It's actually inside the whole thing. And then we'll pop the education thing just there. Which side? Probably this side. They'll see it. More of them will see it at this side because it's where they'll come in. Llamas. Barely anything on it just yet because we haven't done any research. Get a good view of the captain, see if it's actually looking decent in here now. There we go. I think it's starting to come together a little bit now, like the first proper zone. Starting to look good. I think next episode, next stream, I'm gonna be streaming again on tomorrow actually at 7:30 again. So if you haven't already, just hit follow, and I think I'm probably gonna give either the otters or the jaguars a go, one of the big ones. I've got a bit of an idea what I want to do for the otters in my head already, but I need to think of something for the jaguars. And we'll do the anteaters last just because they're not connected to anything just yet, but I want to like bulk out the little bits that we've done already. But I think I want like a lot of climbing stuff for the jaguars because it's not something you normally see in zoos, but they can do it in game. And they do have a little bit of climbing requirements, so we can have a bit of fun with that. And then the otters, like I said, I want like a nice little waterfall river thing going on. And then sort of around here there's going to be steps going down so you can get some underwater viewing. It will be really good, that one. If not, a little bit too ambitious, but yeah, like I said, streaming again 7:30 tomorrow. We're going to wrap it up here for now. So just hit follow if you want to catch me tomorrow. But other than that, I hope you all have a really good evening. So I'll see you all tomorrow, hopefully. Bye, guys.